Has this ever happened to you? Tired of lack of pressure sensitivity controls on your MGS3 experience?
Come on. No. No, don't fucking cut his throat. God damn it. No! Fuck!
Have you ever wanted to play this modernized? Well, introducing the new macro layout for Metal Gear Solid 3. Play the original Metal Gear Solid 3 like a tactical pro. Alright, just doing a video here to show off the mouse and keyboard controls that I have for Metal Gear Solid 3 here. I got myself into a little bit of a situation and it's probably going to be a shootout. So I figured out the pressure sensitivity shit and how to... Yeah, bitch. So we run with caps lock, that's the macro for the left analog stick, and then WASD is normally just the D-pad, that way you can walk. I have the right analog stick set to the mouse as you can see, so it's really easy to like click and aim. This is basically like, you know, like an HD modernized version of Metal Gear Solid 3, but on the original PS2 version, which I'm very proud of setting up. So just wanted to show that off a little bit. Here, we'll kill some more people. Bitch.
Help me!
Cool. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was just the door. Alright, cool. So, I mean, we didn't really do that too stealthily, but here's walking around with the WASD. Here's caps lock, the control button, which I have as the mouse button on my gaming mouse here. Let me plug the camera in real quick and show you guys. There we go. Alright, so got this gaming mouse here. I got control set to the little side sensitivity clutch. So click that and you're able to get up and down. It's a crouch button. And then I have the side buttons as L2 and R2, which obviously when you're fucking not doing anything, it's just your inventory, but when you're aiming down the gun, it's your lean as well. So, and then also I have it to where hold down caps lock to run, go up here, I can just hold the mouse, click out, and then the pressure sensitivity thing I have set to shift, so that way instead of letting go and firing, there we go. So we definitely got the controls for MGS3 fixed here. Now we're explaining how we got the controls mapped out to be a modern PC port for MGS3, and I'll show you guys exactly how I did that. So what we have here is we have the PCSX2 controller settings, and you can see a bit of how I have things mapped out. And for a little bit more explanation, how you see Q, E, and keyboard control here, what makes those even more intuitive and great to have set up like that is the macros on this gaming mouse, because I have the sensitivity clutch set as control here, which I usually have as my crouch up and down button in shooters, and then I have Q and E set as the side buttons here, which will usually be the lean. And how that mapped out to Metal Gear Solid is perfect, because L2 and R2, those are your inventory keys, and then when you're aiming or you're leaning against a wall, those are your lean keys. And then the keyboard control I have mapped to X, that way that can be the crouch button. So that works very intuitively. Another key detail is we have the pressure modifier on and set to shift, and that is very important to have in Metal Gear Solid 3 because this, Konami and Hideo Kojima really designed this game around the PS2's pressure sensitivity functionality on the controller. And I didn't realize how big of a problem this was. I thought it was just me, but apparently all of us have been dealing with this with Metal Gear Solid 3 and other PS2 games that, for one, they're kind of difficult to map out to mouse and keyboard just with the right analog stick and left analog stick alone. For two, the pressure sensitivity, and I figured out both of them. So again, key detail here, have the pressure modifier. I set it to shift. You go into your settings. I set the pressure modifier amount down to 5%. So, and I'll show you guys why here in a moment. I also have the analog sensitivity set to 175%. I think you could set it up to even 200. It's really a matter of personal preference, but you want it up very high to kind of get over the floaty feeling that you'll get from trying to map the right analog stick to the mouse directions. But it works surprisingly well when you set the pointer to up, down, left, right on the right analog stick. You set the sensitivity up high. And another key detail here that I figured out is notice how I set the D-pad to WASD instead of the left analog stick, which I actually have over at JKIL just in case I need to grab it real quick. But what you want to do is you want to have the D-pad set to WASD, and you want to go into your macros, and you want to change the left analog stick, and you want to make that a macro to where you hold down caps lock and combine that with WASD. So now when you're not holding caps lock, the PS2, virtual PS2, it thinks that you're just using the D-pad, which as I'll show you here, it will make the game think that Snake is just walking. So, well, I was laying down there. Here's just me moving with WASD. Here's me holding down caps lock. Also, you can see with the sensitivity turned up how snappy and fluid the camera is, which directly translates to the first person aiming. You can easily jump and get headshots. You can hold down shift to drop the gun. You can run all around here, lean up against the wall, pop out, aim, release. You can sneak up behind the guards, hit C and grab them, but you're holding down shift. You'll see in the infomercial what it looks like when you're trying to play with an X input controller with no pressure sensitivity or poorly mapped out mouse and keyboard, and then what it looks like when you know what you're doing, which I want to share with everybody here because I've been having a killer time playing Metal Gear Solid as well as tons of other PS2 games here, and I can show you. We could pop out here. You can see a little bit of the PS2 library itself, and then here is everything on Launchbox, complete with the 3D box art and everything. But yeah, I mean, we got Gun on GameCube here. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I have it mapped out to mouse and keyboard. It's better than the definitive edition. So I want to share this with everybody, possibly turn it into a series of how to play X game as a modern PC port. Because as you can see, I've been putting hours into these games and having a killer time. There's 5 hours there in San Andreas. What do we got here? We got so many Metal Gear Solid games. We got 8 hours and 41 minutes put into Metal Gear Solid 3. I've even remapped out, as you can see, I got all of the SmackDown games here. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. We got that mapped out to PC controls. We got retro achievements tied to everything. So it's completely modernized. It's hooked up basically like a modern day game console. But with mouse and PC controls and the classics just how we remembered them. Not some shitty corporate remastered shit, but exactly how we remember playing them. Just upscaled and feeling a lot more modern, which is what I think a lot of us want. So if you want any more videos in the series, I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'm going to be doing the Warriors. We got Guitar Hero, Bully. I can do Manhunt. Anything that you want to see properly mapped out to PC controls, just leave down in the comments below, drop a subscribe, and we'll turn this into a whole series.